Good evening and welcome to the Island and George Armstrong Memorial Field for tonight's game between the visiting Haysville Aviators and your Kingman Islanders. Now for the starting lineup, first off for Haysville, the center fielder number 3, Easton Norris. The shortstop number 10, Owen Rush. The designated hitter number 25, Connor Robbie. The catcher number 7, Braden Horn. The third baseman number 23, Caden Anderson. The first baseman number 17, Quinn Grobel. The left fielder number 19, Cale Ortner. The right fielder number 1, Brendan Fry. Number 11, Eric Nuno. And starting on the mound for the Aviators, number 39, Brady Held. And now for your Islanders lineup. Leading off the catcher, number 24, Kyle Reese. The second baseman, number 15, Garen Plummer. The center fielder, number 14, Hayden Oviatt. The left fielder, number 1, Carter Helm. The designated hitter, number 11, Mac Bowie. The first baseman, number 40, Luke Clayton. The shortstop, number 20, Karsten Wall. The right fielder, number 3, Nash Ray. The third baseman, number 28, Caden Beavers. Starting on the mound for the Islanders, number 10, Landon Snyder. Now I ask that you please rise and face the flag out of respect for our country for the playing of our national anthem. The 13-8 Aviators coming to town to play the Islanders, and we're underway as that pitch is outside. Easton Norris, the man at the plate, playing his second year in Haysville. Ball 2 outside from Landon Snyder. Norris hitting just under 300 on the season, 298. That pitch gets in there. It's a 2-1 count. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Count even. Landon Snyder making his 5th start. Here's the pitch. Down off the plate. Count runs full. Snyder in his 4 starts to this point, giving up 16 earned runs in 24 1/3 innings. Good for a 5.91 ERA. Win-loss record has not benefited him. He's 1-3 on the season. That pitch up and away, ball 4, and Norris is on. Shortstop number 10, Owen Rush. First pitch to Rush. Not even close. Ball 1. Rush hitting 292, getting on base at a clip of 390. It's top of the Haysville order, very dangerous. Haysville as a team, one of the top 4 in the league. They're ranked number 4 right now in the standings in the Jayhawk League. 10-8 in the league. They have 3 wins outside of league play.
Yes.
The 1-1 pitch. Lined over to Plummer at second base. Throw to first. Not going to get the force out. Designated hitter number 25, Connor Robbie. Now, I said that the Haysville lineup is dangerous. The top of the lineup, this guy is the most dangerous. He'll take strike 1. But Robbie, leading the Jayhawk League in batting average, on-base percentage, OPS, and tied for the league in hits with a few other guys. I think there's a 5-way tie at the top of the league for hits right now with 26. Ground ball down the third base line. Stays fair. Throw to first. Not even close. So an infield hit from Robbie. And he's on. Runners on the corners with 1 out. The catcher number 7, Braden Horn. Horn, another player who's played with Haysville before. He was on the team last year. Clayton tried to barehand it. He couldn't grab it, but he recovers to step on the bag for the 2nd out. Runners move to 2nd and 3rd, respectively. Then there are 2 outs. The third baseman, number 23, Caden Anderson. Top of the first inning, there's 2 on, 2 out. Caden Anderson at the plate. First pitch catches the inside edge for strike 1. Caden Anderson out of Iowa Western. He's an Iowa native out of Glenwood. Hitting 286 on the season, on-base percentage of 493. The 0-1 pitch from Snyder. Down and in. Count even, 1-1. Snyder comes set. He deals. Swing and a foul ball. That's a Walker Dental foul ball. Make sure that gets back to the dugout. 1-2 the count to Anderson. Pitch, swing, and a miss, strike 3. That strikeout is sponsored by Cancun Mexican Grill. So 1 hit, no runs, and 2 left on for the Aviators. In the top of the first, Islanders have a chance to take an early lead in the bottom of the first. The catcher, number 24, Kyle Reese. Kyle Reese comes to the plate leading off with a 156 batting average, but leadoff batter, you want to look at the on-base percentage, and that's looking pretty good at 364 to this point in the season. He'll fell off that first pitch from Brady Held, one of the more interesting journeys in the entire Jayhawk League. The 0-1 pitch, upstairs, 1-1. Held played 5 years at Simpson College in Iowa in his hometown of Indianola. That pitch in there, strike 2. And he finished up college ball in 2023 and has been playing independent league baseball ever since, most recently in the Pioneer League. A pitch up high, count even 2-2. Played for the Glacier Range Riders last year. Has a 2-2 count on Kyle Reese right here. Here's the pitch. Good take from Reese. Ball 3. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Kyle Reese goes down. The second baseman, number 15, Kieran Plummer. Plummer in the 2 spot. He's been probably the Islanders' best hitter, most consistent throughout the year. Hitting .358 on the season with 3 homers, 17 RBI, which leads the team. Pitch misses inside, ball 1. Swing and a miss at strike 2. It was a really good pitch, had Plummer fooled. 1-1 count here, bottom of the first inning, nobody on, 1 out. Tie ball game at 0. I pitch down low. 2-1 the count to Plummer. Held delivers. Foul ball. That's a Walker Dental foul ball. Count is even 2-2 now. Here's held. Foul tip goes back to the backstop. He'll do it again. Here's the 2-2. Hit high, fly ball out into right field. Fry's got it out there for the second out. The center fielder number 14, Hayden Oviatt. Oviatt hitting .262. Couple of homers, 10 RBI on the season. First pitch from held, fouled away. So held threw a first pitch ball to Kyle Reese and then struck him out, and as first pitch strikes on each of the next two batters. But the count is now even 1-1 after that pitch was upstairs. Here's the 1-1. Ooh. I suppose that one was on the inside edge. Say it's 1-2. Oviatt turned his back to try and avoid the pitch hitting him. He thought it was that far inside. Umpire disagreed. That pitch is outside. A lot of twos on the scoreboard. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out here. Bottom of the first inning, nobody on for the Islanders. We're tied at 0. Foul ball. Count stays even. Two pitch, swing and a miss. Held has 2 strikeouts in the first inning, and he has the side down in order. Aviators come to the plate in the top of the second, trying to take the first run of the game. First baseman number 17, Quinn Grobel. Grobel comes to the plate hitting .241 on the season. Ground ball up the middle. A diving play by Plummer, and he gets the out at first base. What a play! Not a second baseman by trade. He's mostly over at third, but Garen Plummer flashes the leather at second there. Cale Ortner now the man at the plate. That first pitch in there for strike one. Ortner hitting over 300. That pitch is down low, count even 1-1. Nobody on, one out here, top of the second inning. We're tied at 0. The pitch from Snyder. Check swing. He went. Or it was in there. Either way, it's a strike 2. The 1-2 from Snyder. Pitch was down, but a swing and a miss will be strike 3. That strikeout brought to you by Cancun Mexican Grill. Now at the plate, the right fielder number 1, Brendan Fry. Second strikeout of the game there for Snyder. Fry comes to the plate. He'll take strike 1. Second-year player for Haysville, hitting 174 on the season. Again, the on-base percentage looks better than that at 367. That pitch is outside. You'd say that surely the on-base percentage is better than 174. I've seen players in this league whose batting average was down in the 100s. That pitch misses inside, 2-1 count. I've seen players in this league batting average down in the 100s, but they also reached on an error, strikeout, drop third strike at some point, something that does not contribute to an average, but you're getting on base. The on-base percentage drops below the batting average somehow. I don't remember exactly what the thing is, but there's strike 3 called for Landon Snyder. He's got 3 through the first 2 innings, and he breaks down the side in order, and we will move to the bottom of the second. The left fielder, number 1, Carter Helm. Bottom of the second inning, we're knotted up at 0, still looking for our first run of the game. Pitch is in there. Helm is a third-year hometown player for the Islanders, playing college ball at Barton County. 1-1 the count. Helm hitting .292 on the season. He's got a homer as well. 1-1. Pitch is up and in. Pitch is inside, 3-1. Helm playing his first home game in a minute for the Islanders. 3-1. Pitch is in there. I'm not sure I needed to qualify home game. Here's a full count payoff pitch. He wanted to go, he did not. Officially did not. And so he's going to take a walk and bring up the slugger, Mac Bowie. Designated hitter number 11, Mac Bowie. When I say slugger, I mean it. Slugging .438 on the season, has 3 homers. That's tied for first on the team. He'll pop that one up into foul territory. It'll go out of play. So that's a dramatic strike 1. Pickoff attempt. Not getting Helm. Helm was a multi-sport athlete. In fact, he was one of the better, if not one of the best football players in the league in high school. Had a season where he led, I don't remember if it was the league or the district, in interceptions. I think he had 9 one year. Not stealing a lot of bases this year. He's only got 1 so far, but he has the ability to take some more. Count is even, 2-2. Here's the pitch from Held. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And 3 of the 4 outs that Held has got have been swinging strikeouts. First baseman number 40, Luke Clayton. Swing and a miss. Said that Bowie was a slugger. Clayton kind of built from the same cloth there. Say Clayton is a little bit more of a contact guy, hitting .275, slugging .373. Still looking for his first homer of the year. He has that kind of power, just hasn't gotten a hold of one yet this season. Had 2 homers in just 40 plate appearances for the Islanders last year.
At the window, happy birthday, you get $1. Okay. But you have to tell her happy birthday. Okay. Just run. Yeah, Collins is here.
The 1-1?
I think he's coming down.
It's up and in.
Okay. It's worth $1 every trade we make in Bears, right?
2-1 from Held. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Held getting a lot of whiffs so far early in this game. Islanders batters cannot put a bat on the ball. In fact, only one guy has put the ball in play. It was Aviators, who flew out an inning ago. Excuse me, that was Plummer. Got a few guys who've been able to hit foul balls, but no one's been able to hit it into play. Helm got on with a walk. Payoff pitch to Clayton. Foul ball. One on, one out here. Bottom of the second inning. No runs have scored for either team yet. Maybe the payoff pitch actually this time? That pitch is down. And the second walk of the inning. That walk is brought to you by Polish Coop. Polish Coop itself, just a short walk from the ballpark. Thank you for sponsoring the Islanders. And please support your local businesses. Now at the plate for the Islanders, the shortstop number 20, Karsten Wall. First pitch to Wall, up high, way up high. I think that might have been closer to me sitting up at the top of the stance in the press box than it was to the strike zone.
Go get 2 bottles of water. They're for Raleigh. I want you to, after 3 outs, I want you to meet him over at the gate.
1-0.
How you doing?
The pitch is upstairs. 2-0 the count. There's going to be a discussion at the mound. Braden Horn is just trying to get Brady held back on track. He's looked good today. He's just walked a couple guys so far this inning. And is down 2-0 in the count to Karsten Wall, who on paper not a threatening batter. He's one of the top high school players in the entire state of Kansas this past season. Has not been able to translate that into the Jayhawk League yet. Pitch gets in there, 2-1 count. Started the season with Newton when he played for them. He was under the Mendoza line, hitting 190. Now with the Islanders, he's just barely over it, hitting 208 with Kingman. The 2-1, swing and a foul ball. That's a Walker Dental foul ball.
I haven't seen him here.
The 2-2. Inside. Full count with 1 out here. 2 runners on. No runs have scored for either team here. In the bottom of the second inning, Islanders are threatening. Karsten Wall at the plate has a full count. Can Held finish him off? He cannot. Bases are loaded for the Islanders. That walk brought to you by Polish Coop. Thank you, Polish Coop, for sponsoring the Islanders and support local businesses.
There's a young lady in the concession stand named Ryan. If you go visit the concession stand and buy a cherry limeade or a blue raspberry limeade, and you tell Ryan happy birthday, we'll take $1 off of those limeades. But you have to tell her happy birthday.
That was a 54 chiropractic mound visit. Thank you to 54 chiropractic for keeping our boys aligned.
Good job,
She's gonna die in person.
The right fielder, number 3, Nash Ray.
Yeah, that would. I hope so too.
Ray comes to the plate. He's been solid for the Islanders this year, hitting .261, getting on base over 40% of the time. And that'd be big here for the Islanders with the bases loaded. 1 out here, bottom of the second. Get a run on the board early in this one. A pitch upstairs.
This inning is over. Walk them over to the gate for Raleigh. What?
Remember you saying
The 1-0 pitch.
and then
Hit high out into left field. That might be deep enough to score a run. It will, as Helm is in there for a run. And Luke Clayton will also show off a little bit of speed and move over to third. Islanders are on the board. Runners on the corners with 2 outs. Third baseman number 28, Caden Beavers. First pitch to Beavers. Up high. .255 hitter on the season is Caden Beavers. That pitch outside. And there will be a successful steal from Karsten Wall. It's Wall's first steal with the Islanders, but his 5th overall on the season. Two-0 count to Caden Beavers here. That one's in the zone. 2-1. Runners on second and third with 2 outs here. Bottom of the second inning. Islanders lead 1-0. Here's the pitch from Held. Down low, 3-1. Carson Wall moving, did open up first base. I mean, with 2 outs, I don't think you want to push it either way, but it's going to be a walk. Held still hasn't given up a hit. The catcher, number 24, Kyle Reese. Held has walked 4 batters and given up a sacrifice fly. It's 1-0 with the bases loaded, but again, has not given up a hit. Pitch is up high. Along with the hitless streak so far, it's only the second inning, so it's not like in danger of anything right now. He does have 3 strikeouts. He's clearly got good stuff. He's just not locating right now. That pitch catches the zone. 2-1 the count. Here's the 2-1. Upstairs. Again, bases are loaded. Another walk here gives the Islanders a 2-0 lead. Kyle Reese has struck out today, and he was ahead in the first encounter between these two. See if Held can battle back against Reese a second time. A fly ball, shallow right field. Caught for the 3rd out, but the Islanders are able to show some discipline and score 1 run and take a 1-0 lead into the 3rd. The second baseman, number 11, Eric Nuno. Nuno leading off the top of the third, and he'll lead it off with a base hit. He hit that one really hard. Beavers would have had to be right in the spot where it was hit to him. He did not have the chance to move to catch that ball. So a first pitch single for Eric Nuno brings up the top of the order. Center fielder number 3, Easton Norris. Norris walked his first time up. Gonna look to put down a bunt. It goes foul. That's a high fly ball out into center field. Oviatt moving back, and he makes the catch.
Are you helping?
The shortstop, number 10, Owen Rush. Rush hit a line out to Darren Plummer at second base his first time up. That first pitch, outside, bunt attempt was pulled back, so that's going to be ball 1. A pitch, down low. Just missed the corner of the strike zone. It's 2-0, swing and a miss, strike 1. Top of the third inning here. The Aviators have one runner on with 1 out. They trail 1-0 after the Islanders were able to draw a number of walks in the bottom of the second and bring a run home on a sacrifice fly. Two the count. Rush steps back in. Here's a pitch from Snyder. Ground ball. Clayton throw to second. It's into the outfield. And Nuno's going to move to third. There was a thought from Rush to go to second. And he stuck around at first. Connor Robbie, I'm just going to stop saying one of the best hitter in the Jayhawk League comes to the plate. He's already 1 for 1 today. That pitch is down low. Ball 1. A pitch, outside edge. Dangerous batter to be at the plate, especially with the runner on third base. I think I mentioned it his first time up. He's got 20 RBI on the season, looking to add to that total. He's just a few RBI off of the league leader, who's Blake Bradford, plays for the Monarchs. Blake Bradford is another player who has a claim to be the best player in the league. For my money, it is Robbie. Runner goes. Snyder had not lost the ball. And the ball goes out of the glove of Plummer over there at second base. It was a good throw, good tag, and Plummer just couldn't hold the ball in his glove to secure the out. He's had a good game over there at second base. It's just a fly ball out to left field is caught. Throw is going to hold the runner at third. The catcher, number 7, Braden Horn. Horn grounded out to Luke Clayton over at first, his first time up. That pitch inside. I meant to say it's on the inside edge of the strike zone for strike one. It's a 0-1 count. Runners on second and third with 2 outs here for the Aviators. They trail by a run. That pitch is inside with no debate about that one. That's ball one. Outside, ball 2. Two 1 to Horn. Misses down and away. It's now a 3-1 count. A walk here would load the bases. Be a really good spot for Caden Anderson. One of the best on-base percentages on the team. I think he's second behind Robbie. And he will come to the plate with the bases loaded. As Braden Horn gets on with a walk. Third baseman, number 23, Caden Anderson. Saying second best on-base percentage on the team of 493. It's probably a little bit lower than that after he struck out in his first at-bat. It's still probably right around 490, though. That pitch is down low. The 1-0 from Snyder, inside ball 2. And this is exactly where the Aviators want the Islanders. And the Islanders know that Kyle Reese is going to go have a chat with Landon Snyder. So a little pause on a 2-0 count. Caden Anderson comes back to the plate. Foul ball. That's a Walker Dental foul ball. Bases loaded with 2 outs here. Top of the third inning, Islanders lead 1-0. Caden Anderson at the plate, threatening to score at least one. Looks like the Aviators are going to take the lead on that base hit from Caden Anderson. It's 2-1 Haysville. The first baseman, number 17, Quinn Grobel. Again, I said that he was not the guy you want to come up to the plate in that spot with how good he is at getting on base, and he was able to get on base and more, score 2 runs with that hit. Grobel grounded out his first time at the plate. He led off the second inning. That pitch fouled back. Snyder comes set. Here's the pitch. Up high. It's a 2-1 count. Runners on first and second here. 2 outs in the top of the third. Aviators have taken a 2-1 lead just a moment ago on that single from Caden Anderson, as that one's lined directly to Garen Plummer at second base. And he's had a good defensive game over there in the middle of the infield. But Haysville does come across with 2. They lead it heading into the bottom of the third. Second baseman number 15, Garen Plummer. Plummer has had a very good game defensively. Lost the ball on a stolen base at one point. But other than that, he's made a few really nice flashes of the weather at a position that he hasn't really played a whole lot this year. Offensively today, he flew out. But in terms of putting the bat on the ball, flying out is as good as any Islanders hitter has been able to do. It's the only player who's even put the ball in play, I guess, for Nash Ray, who hit a sacrifice fly. There's another fly ball. This time it's further out there, but that time it's still caught. This time it's in right field. Center fielder number 14, Hayden Oviatt. Oviatt, one of 3 strikeout victims so far for Brady Held. That pitch inside, the first pitch in Oviate's last at bat was also a bit inside, and Oviate reacted the same way, but it was called a strike. That one, I don't think there was really any doubt about that one. It's in there. 1-1 the count. Swing and a miss at a pitch in the dirt. 1-2 the count. Bottom of the third inning, nobody on, 1 out. The Aviators lead Kingman 2-1. Hayden Oviate at the plate, trying to get something going for the Islanders offense. That pitch down in the dirt bounces a few feet in front of the plate. Down in the dirt is a metaphorical term at George Armstrong Memorial Field. There is no actual, well, I suppose there is probably some little specks of dirt, but it's a turf infield. Ground ball gets past the second baseman, and that's the first hit of the game for the Islanders. Hayden Oviate is on. Left fielder number 1, Carter Helm. Helm comes to the plate. He walked an inning ago, came around to score what is to this point the Islanders' only run. At first pitch up and in, ball 1. This Islanders team will take walks if that's what Held is going to give them. He's going to give him a pitch that he wants to swing at, but not going to be able to hit it anywhere near in front of him. That's a Walker Dental foul ball. Make sure that gets back to one of the dugouts. Fly ball out into center field from Helm. That's caught for out number 2. The designated hitter number 11, Mac Bowie. Bowie struck out his first time. That was just an inning ago when the Islanders were walking and walking some more and then walking again. That pitch swung on. A deep fly ball out into center field. Looks like it's caught by the center fielder. And Norris getting some work out in center field today, but he's up to the challenge, and the Aviators get the Islanders down. They still lead 2-1 heading into the 4th. Fortner comes to the plate. He struck out his first time. Aviators lead 2-1 in the top of the fourth inning here. That pitch way inside. Fortner has to readjust his elbow guard, and he almost... It's a good thing that it wasn't a big deal that it wasn't completely fastened there. Count is 2-0. Pitch from Snyder. It's hit high, deep out into left field. And it's foul at the fence. A foul ball. And I'm glad that that doesn't go on the highlight reel because I said left field and that was a fly ball to right field. And it's going to get lost to history now that it was just a foul ball. Maybe about as good of a hit foul ball as you're ever going to see. But that's just going to be strike one. So now, Ortner thought he had sent that one over the fence, so now he has to reset and work the rest of this at bat and take strike two. Count is even now, 2-2. Here's the pitch from Snyder. Just missed. Suppose that was inside. Count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Payoff pitch to Ortner. Ground ball up the middle. It's fielded. It's thrown. It's out. Right fielder number 1, Brendan Fry. Fry struck out looking back in the second inning. Nobody on, 1 out here, top of the fourth. Aviators lead 2-1 after they got a hold of some pitches an inning ago in the third. We're able to take advantage of a couple defensive miscues from the Islanders. But it was more good offense from the Aviators that scored those runs. Ground ball goes foul. Here's the 2-1 from Snyder. Pitch is down and away. It's now a 3-1 count. Fry is threatening to get on. And he will get on. And he'll get on more than just first base. A drive out in the center field. Gets down for a double. Second baseman number 11, Eric Nuno. Nuno hit a single his first time up. Came around to score. And he'll get another single over to left field. The run around third. He's safe at home. No throw was even in the infield at that point. Home was still had the ball in his glove, trying to figure out what to do with it, and he knew he couldn't get the out at home. So now Nuno at the bottom of the order, 2 for 2. And now the top of the order comes up. Easton Norris is 0 for 1. He walked back in the first inning. Runner goes. Throw from Reese offline. And Wall could not recover. It was a throw pretty well to the right of the bag. Also bounced in the infield. You get those one-hopper throws that get the out. It happens quite a bit. But these runners are fast, and if that throw is not accurate, there's no chance. It's 1-1 count to Norris. Runner on second base with one out here, top of the fourth inning. Aviators lead 3-1. There's a foul ball. That's a Walker Dental foul ball. Make sure that gets back to the dugout. One, two. Another foul ball. This time it stays in play. Count remains 1-2. Snyder really wants to put him away. He started out really hot. Had a strikeout in the first, 2 in the second. And now he has one here in the fourth for the second out. That strikeout is brought to you by Cancun Mexican Grill. Now at the plate, the shortstop number 10, Owen Rush. Rush is 0 for 2 with a run scored, which seemed counterintuitive until you realize he grounded to first base. But that's not a ground ball. That's a deep fly ball. It's caught out in right field. Reached on an error his last time up is what I was going to say. And he doesn't even get to reach that time on a fly out to right field. The Aviators come across with another run. They lead 3-1 heading into the bottom of the fourth. The first baseman, number 40, Luke Clayton. Bottom of the fourth inning, Islanders have digging themselves a little bit of a hole here. They're down 3-1 as Luke Clayton comes to the plate to lead off the inning. That pitch outside, ball one. Clayton, like a lot of batters back in the second inning, walked. He ended up getting around at third base with a couple more walks. I think he advanced to third actually on a fly out. The 1-1. In there, Clayton has to battle. Brady held deals. And he gets the bat on it. Ground ball over to shortstop. Throw to first in time. The shortstop, number 20, Karsten Wall. If you want to take a guess at what Wall did back in the second inning, I think you'd probably be right. He drew a walk. That's a Walker-Nentel foul ball. Make sure that gets back to a dugout on this field. The 0-1. In there, strike 2. So now Held has another batter down, and the count forces another ground ball, and Anderson lost it over at third base, and Wall is going to just keep running over to second base. He's safe. Would imagine that goes down as an E5, but a runner on second base is a runner on second base. It doesn't really matter how he gets there. Nash Ray at the plate. He has the only RBI of the game for the Islanders with a sacrifice fly back in the second. The 1-0. Fouled away. That's a Walker-Nentel foul ball. One grounded foul again. That ground ball from Karsten Wall is scored as a double. That's his third since he joined the Islanders. He didn't have a double when he was with Newton at all. That pitch inside, it hits Ray.
Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up.
Third baseman, number 28, Caden Beavers. And they are going to discuss whether or not Nash Ray leaned into that pitch. Pitch was absolutely inside. It's just a matter of if it was inside where he was standing. And they'll say it was. You rarely get those umpire conferences where they realize that they made the wrong call and change it. It happens every now and then, but it's once in a blue moon. Caden Beavers comes to the plate. He walked back in the second inning. Pitch is down low. Runners on first and second with one out here. Bottom of the fourth inning. Islanders trail 3-1. Pitch from Held. Lined out into right field. It's caught. Fry came charging in right field and made a really nice catch on the run to get that out. That's the second of the inning. The catcher, number 24, Kyle Reese.
Soldier boy, tell. I got to move there.
Reese is 0 for 2, a strikeout and a flyout. Here's the first pitch. In there for a strike. Pitch gets in there, 0-2 count, and Kyle Reese, again, his batting average not great this year, sitting right around 150. But he has shown a couple of times that he shows up in the big spot. This was a big spot for him, but he's down 0-2 in the count. And he's down 0-3 in the count as he looks at that one right by him for strike 3. And so the Islanders strand 2. And we'll move to the 5th. Aviators lead 3-1. Aviators have the man at the plate. And he has a deep drive out into left field. And that's just going to show you why he is the man here in this league. Connor Robbie goes yard out into left field. It's a 4-1 ball game just like that. Catcher number 7, Braden Horn. Horn is 0 for 1 today. He walked his last time up. And Robbie, despite all of his success this year, that's his first home run of the season. The 2-0 from Snyder, ground ball up the middle, fielded by the shortstop, throw to first, in time. Wall got him there. That first out of the inning is brought to you by Kingman Hardware. Now at the plate, the third baseman, number 23, Caden Anderson. Anderson is 1 for 2 today. he got the scoring started off for the Aviators with a 2-run single back in the third. One out here, top of the 5th inning. I pitched down low. That one misses. Kyle Reese asked if the batter Anderson went around. He did not. Anderson lost a ball that was grounded to him at third base. Carson Wall ended up getting a double out of it. Wants to try and redeem himself on offense here. And he's going to hit one hard out into center field. Second home run of the inning for Haysville. I said he was looking for redemption. He got it. First baseman number 17, Quinn Grobel. Grobel is 0 for 2 today. First pitch, up and away. If you're wondering if it could happen again, Grobel already has a homer on the season. He's obviously got that capability. And a deep fly ball. Another one. Another home run for the Aviators. 3 in 1 inning. Back to back here. Anderson and Grobel. 6-1 the score. And it's time for a mound visit, and I think reasonably so. This is a 54 Chiropractic mound visit. Thank you to 54 Chiropractic for keeping our boys aligned. We'll take a quick break. Left fielder number 19, Cale Ortner. And if you're wondering, yes, he also has a homer on the season. Here's the pitch from Snyder. Gets a strike that time. Finally gets one in the strike zone, and it's not absolutely blasted here in the 5th inning. Foul ball. 0-2 count.
I don't know. Lexi might bite.
She bought me.
So, no runners on, obviously, because the Aviators keep hitting the ball out of the yard. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Snyder needed that one. Last strikeout brought to you by Cancun Mexican Grill. Right fielder number 1, Brendan Fry. Fry comes up here, swing and a miss at strike 1. Strike 2 on the outside edge. So after losing this inning pretty badly, Landon Snyder gave up 3 solo home runs. He threw 5 strikes in a row after a mound visit from Coach Munns. Loses that pitch down in the dirt. Still a 1-2 count. Pitch from Snyder, hit high out into left field that one time. It's not deep enough, and it's caught out in left field. That will retire the side, but not before the Aviators hit a home run, then a ground out. But then they go back-to-back again. 3 runs in the inning. It's 6-1 as we move to the bottom of the 5th. So after a disaster defensive inning for the Islanders, although there was no real defense that needed to be played at all as the ball just kept going over the fence. There's no defenders out there. They get on base with a hit by pitch. Garen Plummer's on. And they need that as they trail by 5 here in the bottom of the 5th. Hayden Oviatt at the plate. He is 1 for 2 today as he fouls that one away. That's a Walker Dental foul ball. So now after that foul ball, it's an 0-1 count. Runner on first, nobody out here, bottom of the 5th inning. Islanders trail 6-1. It's a foul ball. The 0-2, up and in. So now Held looking to sit down Oviatt for the second time today. Has him down 1-2. Gets the swing, gets the miss. And there is a strikeout. Left fielder number 1, Carter Helm. Helm walked back into the second inning and came around to score what to this point is the Islanders' only run of the ball game. Pitch is inside edge, strike 1. And I would assume that Islanders batters come to the plate. They saw what the Aviators did in the top of the inning, and they want to try and match that, get the swing of the bat over the fence, just try and get back in this one. You cannot tie this game with one swing right now. You're down 5 runs. A home run would be nice, but it's not going to erase a deficit immediately. Turning a 5-run game to a 3-run game is better than not doing anything, but I think the Islanders would like to manufacture a couple. Get the offense really going. 3-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Ground ball up the middle. Could be 2. It is. And the Aviators have maybe the best inning that you'll see from any team this season. 3 home runs in the top of the inning and a double play in the bottom. We move to the 6th. The Aviators lead 6-1. Second baseman number 11, Eric Nuno.
One ball.
One ball. Or ball on. Yes. He said so.
So the plate appearance gets started on a 1-0 count. Make a 2-0 count as that pitch misses. Wyatt Druhard, the new pitcher on the mound for the Islanders. Foul ball goes back into the netting. Druhard is a former Aviator. Played there in 2023. A pitch. A pitch. Called strike 3. Druhard sits Nuno down for the first time today. He's 2 for 2 before that. Center fielder number 3, Easton Norris. Norris is 0 for 2, but he walked back in the first. That pitch catches his own, strike 1. Druhard has 8 1/3 innings pitched, has given up 9 earned runs, his ERA up above 9. And there's a drive out into left field. This time Helm is under it. That will be the second out of the inning. Shortstop number 10, Owen Rush. I say that his ERA looks like that. I think the 2 quick outs that you're seeing here is what you see most of the time from Drew Hard. That pitch in there for a strike. In his first 2 appearances of the season, Drew Hard had thrown for 7 combined innings, giving up just 2 runs in that. Throw to Drew Hart at first, offline. And so a runner is on base there. We'll have to wait to see what that scored because the runner was moving. He might have been there anyway. Designated hitter number 25, Connor Ravi. And I'm just running out of things to say at this point. This dude is very good at baseball. Hit a home run his last time up. Led off an inning where the Aviators hit 3 of them. Those homers came off of Landon Snyder, who's since been pulled from the game. That pitch is outside. They will give an infield single to Owen Rush. So that hustle is rewarded for him. I think well deserved. And that pitch gets away from Kyle Reese behind the plate. That's a ball, and Rush will move over to second. Runner on second with 2 outs here. Top of the 6th inning. Haysville leads the Islanders 6-1. Half of those runs came an inning ago where the Aviators hit 3 solo home runs to move the lead from 3-1 to 6-1. A lot of 2s on the scoreboard. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. Runner on second base. Pitch from Drew Hard. And there. Count was 2-1, excuse me. It's now 2-2. A pitch misses, and that's ball 4. Braden Horn comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2 with a walk back in the 3rd. This is outside. The 1-0. Up and in. Very close. Very dangerous. So now, after a quick 2 outs from Drew Hard to start this inning, both runners go. Throw from Reese. Gets off the glove of Plummer, but no one is going to bother moving any further than that. Runners went before Drew Hard even started his windup. He sent it home, and Reese still almost got him with the throw. Doesn't really matter, almost. Doesn't put an out on the scoreboard. That's a Walker Dental foul ball.
That was your windshield.
It sounds real.
The 2-2
Yeah.
misses inside.
The guy who swings.
scoreboard showed that there were 3 balls, which is why Horn thought that he drew a walk there. It's a foul ball. Scoreboard is all lit up. Full count with 2 outs here. Runners on second and third for Haysville. 6-1 lead. Braden Horn going to try and add on to that, or at least keep the inning moving. Drew hard, gets the swing and a miss. Strike 3. That strikeout brought to you by Cancun Mexican Grill. The designated hitter, number 11, Mac Bowie. Bowie comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2 today. Now, if there's one player who can answer those 3 homers from Haysville back in the 5th, it is Mac Bowie. Obviously, he can't technically answer all 3 of them with one swing, but if he gets a piece of it, it'll feel like he answered all 3 of those. Count is 1-1. Just a pitch from Sonnenberg. Pitch was upstairs. Sonnenberg, mostly a starter for the Aviators, but has come in relief a couple times. And pitches up high. 17 1/3 innings for him, giving up 13 earned runs. ERA at 6.75. Has a win-loss record of 1-2. That pitch misses down low. That's ball 4. The first baseman, number 40, Luke Clayton. Clayton is 0 for 1. He walked back in the 2nd. Check swing in the strike zone anyway. One on, nobody out here. Bottom of the 6th inning. Aviators lead 6-1. The pitch outside. Bowie is going to take advantage of the fact that Horn lost that pitch off his glove, and we'll move over to second. Foul ball. Bowie is not what I'd describe as a traditional power speed guy, but he does have what I would call a sneaky athleticism for a guy his size. He plays in the outfield from time to time, designated hitter today, but he can steal a base here and there, and he has pretty good base running instincts. There's a drive out to right field. It's caught out there. Fry has had to make some nice running plays to get some outs out there and right. The shortstop, number 20, Karsten Wall. Wall comes to the plate. He is 1 for 1. A walk and a double that didn't leave the infield. That's a pop-up into foul territory, caught by Grobel over at first base. The right fielder, number 3, Nash Ray.
Soldier boy.
Nash still looking for his first at-bat today. There's a check swing. Gets a foul ball. Nash has a sacrifice fly. Scored the only run of the game for the Islanders so far. And he was hit by a pitch back in the 4th. Comes to the plate for the 3rd time, trying to get a hit. Maybe he'll try and draw a walk. See if we can finish the game 0 for 0. That's a good day if you're in the starting lineup to play the whole game. The 1-1. Fouled away. It's a 1-2 count to Ray. That pitch missed. The Haysville crowd and attendance didn't like the call. It's the second time they've been dissatisfied with the call to Nash Ray. He was hit by pitch. Some people were clamoring that he leaned into it. Umpires conferred and determined that no, he did not. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. Bottom of the 6th inning, a runner on second base. Nash Ray at the plate. Pitch from Sonnenberg. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That will retire the side, bring us to the 7th. Aviators maintain a 6-1 lead. Third baseman number 23, Caden Anderson. Well, last time he came up to the plate, I was talking about a loss of concentration in the defensive side of the ball. Didn't have the same problem at the plate as he knocked the ball out of the field of play, driving it over the center field's fence for the Aviators' second of what would become 3 home runs back in the 5th inning. And they lead 6-1, have not scored since those home runs. Wyatt Druhard came into the game back in the 6th. He's on the mound right now. The 1-0 pitch misses. It's 2-0. Pitch right down the middle for strike 1. That pitch inside, ball 4. So Anderson on with a walk. He's on for the 3rd time today. First baseman, number 17, Quinn Grobel. Grobel is 1 for 3, but that one hit was a big one, a home run. And Clayton gets the out at second, cannot get the out at first. That first out of the inning is brought to you by Kingman Hardware. Left fielder number 19, Cale Ortner. First pitch from Druhard, fouled away. That's a Walker Dental foul ball. Foul ball. Druhard trying to really find his groove after his last outing. Did not go well. Gave up 7 runs in just 1 1/3 innings. Ballooned his ERA up above 9. A pitch. Swung on. A line is not caught, but out at second base. Throw to first. Gets the out. It's a double play. Not really in a traditional sense. Well, the Islanders get 2 outs on that play, and that's what matters. It's 6-1 as we move to the bottom of the 7th. Number 28, Caden Beavers. So the Islanders would like to get some runs here in the bottom of the seventh. They trail 6-1 late in this ball game. Caden Beavers comes up to the plate. He is 0 for 1. Had a walk back in the second. He'll take strike one here. A pitch down in the dirt. New pitcher on the mound for Haysville is Braxton Madrigal. 11 1/3 innings, 7 earned runs. Swing and a miss. Strike 2 on Beavers. Madrigal, a Derby native, plays at Fort Hays State. Ground ball to second base, or to first, just barely in time to get the out. The catcher, number 24, Kyle Reese. Reese is 0 for 2 today, or excuse me, 0 for 3. Swing and a miss at strike one.
First is next. This is the first.
Kyle Reese swung and missed at strike one. Stepped out of the batter's box, had to tell the umpire something. Went back to the dugout. I assume he had to adjust something on his gear. Maybe get a new bat. That pitch is down and away. Count is even 1-1. Nobody on, 1 out here. Bottom of the seventh inning, Haysville leads the Islanders 6-1. That pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. And Reese has already struck out twice. He's on the verge of a third. That was not a strike. Count is even 2-2. Like I mentioned, when Beavers came to the plate to lead off this inning, the Islanders would really like to get back in this ball game right now and avoid having to do it in the 8th or the 9th. But instead, it's just going to be a fly ball out to right field, and Fry is over there like he always is. The second baseman, number 15, Garrett Plummer. That pitch, grounded foul. The 0-1. It's grounded over the shortstop, throw first in time. And that will retire the side 1-2-3. And I said the Islanders needed a big inning. That was not that. We'll move to the 8th. It's 6-1, still Haysville leading. Trueheart stays out there for a third inning of work. Going to try and keep the Islanders having a chance, although it's looking grim. Down 5 here in the 8th inning. Right fielder number 1, Brendan Fry. Fry has had a good game defensively. That pitch from Trueheart fouled away. Offensively, Fry has a double and a run scored, so can't say he's been bad at the plate either. Just a good day overall. And it's looking to be a good day for the Haysville Aviators as a whole if they can hold on to their 6-1 lead. Top of the 8th inning, nobody on, nobody out. Brendan Fry at the plate, Wyatt Trueheart on the mound. It's a 1-1 pitch. Outside. The 2-1. Misses outside. It's now 3-1. Aviators had a leadoff walk an inning ago against Trueheart, but there's a swing and a miss on a 3-1 count. Moves the count full. Payoff pitch from Trueheart. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That strikeout is brought to you by Cancun Mexican Grill. Second baseman number 11, Eric Nuno. Nuno 2 for 3. A single and a run scored back in the 3rd. Swing and a miss at strike 1. He is the first batter that Trueheart faced back in the 6th. He struck out looking. The 0-1. This is down and away. The 1-1. This is outside.
Cassie. Mom, Cassie.
2-1 from Trueheart. Foul back. Nuno steps back in. He's ready for the pitch. Trueheart delivers. Foul ball. Nice swing from Nuno to stay alive. Pitch from Trueheart. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts to start out the 8th inning. That strikeout brought to you by Cancun Mexican Grill. Now at the plate, the center fielder number 3, Easton Norris. Norris is 0 for 3 with a walk back in the 1st. He'll take strike 1 at the knees. Pitch from Trueheart. Fouled away. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, Trueheart strikes out the side. That strikeout, like the 2 before, also sponsored by Cancun Mexican Grill. Center fielder number 14, Hayden Oviatt. Oviatt comes to the plate. He is 1 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. First pitch from Madrigal, way inside, hits him. And the Islanders have some life offensively immediately. The left fielder number 1, Carter Helm. Helm comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2 with a walk and a run back in the second. That pitch also dangerously close to hitting Helm. He was able to avoid it. Bottom of the 8th inning. Islanders have 1 on, nobody out. They trail 6-1. Braxton Madrigal on the mound. Carter Helm at the plate. A ground ball over to the shortstop. Throw to second, gets the out. Throw to first. In time, double play. The designated hitter, number 11, Matt Bowie.
Like last night.
Bowie comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2 with a walk his last time up. Ground ball gets through for a base hit. The first baseman, number 40, Luke Clayton. Clayton comes to the plate. He is 0 for 2 with a walk. That pitch is outside. Ball 1. Runner on first with 2 out here. Bottom of the 8th inning. Islanders trail by 5. They want to score here. Down in the dirt. Luke Clayton, a big power bat, who just has not been able to get a ball over the fence so far this year. Bowie faked like he was going to go. That pitch is outside. It's 3-1. 3-0, excuse me. That pitch misses down and away. Ball 4. Back-to-back batters on for the Islanders. Pinch hitting for the Islanders, number 16, Blake Koss. Blake Koss coming to the plate out of Pratt Community College. This year he's hitting 118 for the Islanders. Koss has a couple RBIs, so if he can build on that. Ground ball up the middle, shortstop throws it to first, gets the 3rd out. We'll move to the 9th. Islanders have 3 outs to score 5 runs if they're able to hold Haysville. The shortstop, number 10, Owen Rush.
Go follow it.
Rush comes to the plate against Drew Hard. Out there for his 4th inning of work. He faced Rush in the 1st inning he pitched. Rush singled off of him. That's his only hit of the game. Although he did score a run after he reached on an error back in the 3rd. He's down 0-2. Pitch from Drew Hard. Foul back.
Set tape for these guys.
You asked her what started the between you and me. What she said. See, she said.
And pitch. Grounded over to second base. Go to first in time for the first out. That first out of the inning is brought to you by Kingman Hardware. The plate, the designated hitter number 25, Connor Robbie. And it's a 5-run ball game, but Robbie has a chance to perhaps put a dagger in the Islanders here in the 9th. Hit his first home run of the season earlier this ball game. He has another hit back in the 1st, and then he walked his last time up. He's up 2-0 in the count right now. That pitch catches the zone. It's a 2-1 count. Top of the 9th inning. Nobody on, 1 out. Aviators lead 6-1. Connor Robbie at the plate against Wyatt Drewhard on the mound. Pitches the inside, ball 3. A drive out into right field. Looks like it's hooking foul. It is. That's a Walker Dental foul ball. It's a full count. Path pitch from Drew Hard, maybe? That pitch, up high. Had there been a runner on base, Robbie would have moved to second there on a balk, but there's no one on base. Can't really punish him that much. Can call an illegal pitch, but he didn't pitch the ball. Braden Horn comes to the plate. He's 0 for 3. And it'll take strike 1. Runner on first, 1 out here, top of the 9th inning. Aviators lead 6-1, trying to... I don't even know if it'd be insurance. It'd just be some more runs onto their lead. That pitch runs inside, hits him. Looks like perhaps maybe Drew Hard running out of gas a little bit, losing a bit of his command. Into the game to run for the Aviators, number 18, Graham Sullivan. This is a 54 chiropractic mound visit. Thank you to 54 Chiropractic for keeping our boys alive. Third baseman number 23, Caden Anderson. Anderson is 2 for 3 with a walk and a home run. Our soundboard has malfunctioned.
Didn't mean to. I don't even know what it was.
That pitch. It's in there. Strike one. Here's the 0-1. Down low. Count even 1-1. Two on, one out here. Top of the ninth inning. Aviators lead 6-1. It's a 1-1 count to Caden Anderson. Drew Hard deals. Pitch did not quite get back into the zone. Just a bit of his control again seems off here in the ninth for Drew Hard. And that one misses well inside. It's a 3-1 count. A walk here loads the bases for the Aviators. And Drew Hard has had a very good outing so far. It'd be a shame if he can't finish this one off. That pitch is outside, ball 4, bases loaded for Haysville. So he led off the inning by forcing a ground out. Then he walked Connor Robbie, hit Braden Horn with the pitch, and Caden Anderson is now on with the walk. First baseman number 17, Quinn Grobel at the plate. The pitch is inside. It's about the 4th of July. We got, well, it's 4 days away actually. So people are setting fireworks off. Quinn Grobel is 1 for 4, but that one was a home run to put the Aviators ahead 6-1. That's the last run the Aviators scored. A pop-up goes into foul territory, out of play. Walker Dental, foul ball. More fireworks. Pitch from Drew Hard. Swung on. Foul ball. That's another Walker Dental foul ball. The 2-2 from Drew Hard. Swung on, popped up. This time it looks like it's going to stay in play. It stays fair. Clayton comes in and makes the catch for the second out. Number 15, Julian Hernandez. Hernandez at the plate for the first time today. He's 189 on the season with a 311 on-base percentage. Has 8 RBI. Bases loaded here for Hernandez. That pitch misses down and away. Drew Hard has 3 2/3 scoreless innings. And the Aviators are threatening to bring a run home on him. Aviators scored 6 runs through 5 against Landon Snyder, including 3 in that 5th, all on solo home runs. Drew Hard going to look to try and shut them down for each of the last 4. Islanders, however, have been shut down for most of the game. They scored 1 run on a sacrifice fly back in the second and have not been able to get anything on the board since. The 1-2 from Drew Hard. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And Drew Hard's clean outing stays clean. 4 shutout innings for Wyatt Drew Hard. The right fielder, number 3, Nash Ray. Ray comes to the plate. He's 0 for 1. Sacrifice fly, only RBI of the game for the Islanders. Came off the bat of Ray back in the second inning. Got hit by a pitch back in the 4th and then struck out his last time up. The 1-0 is a hit out into left field that just hooked foul.
This was like, if you hated this team, it was like, oh. Bring both of them to your table.
Nash steps back in. 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Going down low and away. The 2-1 for Madrigal. Outside. The 3-1 to Nash Ray is outside, ball 4. And a big hill to climb. Almost a small mountain for the Islanders. 5-run deficit, but Nash Ray gets it started right by getting on base. Number 18, Landon Parks. Parks coming to the plate for the first time today. A McPherson College commit. Played high school ball at Hutch High School. Hit .304 back in 2024 with the Salt Hawks. This season with the Islanders, he struggled a little bit. And 182. The 0-1 pitch. Grounded back to first base, and it gets through. Ray is going to round first, move to third. So now Islanders, nobody out, runners on the corners. We'll check the scoring on that play, but either way, it's good for the Islanders. The catcher, number 24, Kyle Reese. No, Parks hasn't been on base a whole lot. He does not have a stolen base this year with the Islanders, which feels notable in a spot where a double play would be big for Haysville, and they have 2 of them already in this game. Swing and a miss, but that pitch is down in the dirt. We lost it. And the Aviators thought it was a foul ball. Home plate umpire said Reese did not get a bat on it. So a ground ball double play possibility is eliminated. At least a traditional one. Gets the bat on that one. That one, no doubt about a foul ball. Said it was a single for Landon Parks. Runners on second and third. Nobody out here. Bottom of the 9th inning. Islanders trail by 5. A line back up the middle. And that's going to score 1. That's going to score 2. Kyle Reese comes through with 2 RBI. In the bottom of the 9th, it's 3-6.
Hey, Ashton. 3. Yes, this is 3. No, this is 2. This is 2?
This is a 54 chiropractic mound visit. Thank you to 54 Chiropractic for sponsoring the Islanders and keeping our boys aligned. Number 15, Garen Plummer. A pitch, swing and a miss. He wanted it all. Got none of it. Plummer, a rare bad game, 0 for 3 so far. He did get on by getting hit by a pitch, but he has not earned his way to get on base. I don't think you can say you earn anything with a hit by pitch. You just kind of stand there. I think you deserve to get on first base if you get hit by a pitch. It hurts. Bottom of the 9th inning, Islanders trail 3-6 with a runner on first base. They trailed 1-6 at the start of the inning. A drive out into center field. It's back, and it's caught at the wall. Easton Norris has it. So now 1 down, and that takes a lot of pressure off Haysville. The center fielder, number 14, Hayden Oviant. Oviant comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2, got hit by a pitch. That pitch gets back to the backstop. Kyle Reese is in to second base. Islanders are closer than they were, but they still have an uphill battle, down by 3 with 1 out here in the bottom of the ninth. Runner on second base now. That pitch catches the bottom of the zone. Count is even 1-1. The 1-1 fouled back. It's 1-2. Oviatt has to work his way back. But if he's able to somehow get on here, tying run potentially would come to the plate for the Islanders. The 1-2 inside.
I'm doing it.
Count is even 2-2.
It's hot in there.
Foul tip just out of the glove. And maybe a lucky break for Hayden Oviatt there. But again, if you're the Islanders, you take lucky breaks at this point. Eventually, your luck's going to run out. So while you still have it, you will gratefully accept it. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Madrigal sits him down. Islanders down to their last out. The left fielder, number 1, Carter Helm. Over 3 with a walk is Helm. He takes ball 1 down and away. A pitch. Catches the zone. Count is 1-1. Runner on second with 2 outs here, bottom of the ninth. Islanders trail 6-3. Braxton Madrigal delivers. Down and away. Carter Helm takes that pitch. It's 2-1 count. Islanders trying to claw their way back into this one. They started the inning with a 6-1 deficit. 2 runs scored on a single from Kyle Reese. Pitch down in the dirt. It's 3-1. The 3-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. So this is either a foul ball or the biggest pitch of the ball game. Full count with 2 outs here. Bottom of the ninth. Islanders down by 3. Madrigal comes set. Pitch to Helm. Down low, ball 4. Line keeps moving. Pitching change for the Aviators. We'll take a quick break. On the mound for the Aviators, it's Cameron Ebert. Took a gap year, but he's a second-year Aviator. Played back in 2023 for him. This season, not a lot of work for him. 3 1/3 innings. Designated hitter number 11, Mac Bowie. Three and a third innings, 3 earned runs in that time. He's come in and 1 save opportunity in the past. He blew it. Obviously an 0-1 record. And pitch misses outside. Would say this is probably the least, or one of the least stressful save situations you can have with just 1 out to go. There are 2 runners on though. Swing and a miss. Count is even 1-1. Mac Bowie, you can assume he's wanting all or nothing. And if he gets it all, what a story that would be. Gets nothing on that swing. It's 1-2. Islanders down to their last strike. Ebert gonna step off, needs to reset. It's a big spot. It's a big pitch coming up. Ebert deals. That pitch just missed. Here's the 2-2 from Ebert. In there! Called strike 3. The Aviators win it. So the Islanders look like they might battle back. But Cameron Ebert comes in and is able to shut the door. Aviators win it 6-3. Your final score. Haysville Aviators 6, Kingman Islanders 3. Thank you all for coming out to the island at the ballpark tonight. Please drive home safely.
Hello everybody, my name is Kiki. I long to breathe a truly remarkable fish. My sweet prince.
So the Aviators hold on to a really nice, fun game. They win it 6-3 off the strength pretty much of their 5th inning. They scored 3 runs on 3 solo home runs. It was Connor Robbie, Caden Anderson, and Quinn Grobel. And those 3 runs were the 3 that put them ahead, and they're the 3 that were key in a 3-run victory. These 2 teams are going to do battle in Haysville tomorrow night. And then the Islanders will go to Wichita to play the Wildcats and then host the Wildcats on Thursday before rounding out their week at Hutchinson on Saturday. But for tonight's broadcast, that should do it from the island. For the Islanders and for Kingman Baseball YouTube, I've been Ashton Timmish saying so long and good night from the island.